I I am making a Clown Crew True Draco deck profile, as I finally managed to get everything I was needing for the deck. The main thing was just actually getting the True Draco cards. But I really like how the deck works, and it just recycles cards like crazy. But at some point, I want to take 5 cards out and then toss in the 5 pieces of Exodia just to be funny. But starting off with the monsters, I play 3 copies of Clown Crew Flare. Clown Crew Flare has the effect of you can reveal it in hand to add a Clown Crew card from your deck to your hand, except for another copy of itself. I believe it's a card. Let's see. Yeah, and then you discard 1 card. Ordinarily, this will grab either what was it? Can't remember names. It'll either grab Rehearsal or Malabarism. Usually it'll be Rehearsal, though. And then Flare, like all the extra deck Clown Crew monsters, share the effect of when they're tributed. You can trigger 1 or 2 effects. Where Flare will let you change 1 effect monster on the field to face down defense position. Or you can shuffle all ritual monsters from the field and graveyard back into the deck. And they all share that effect where they shuffle all cards of the same card type. Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, Link, Ritual. And then there's going to be one in Beyond the Brave that I believe will shuffle back all Pendulums from the... I believe it's from Field, Extra Deck, or Face Up, Extra Deck, and Graveyard. Or it might just be Field and Face Up, Extra Deck, I don't remember. And then next, I play the main clown, which is 3 copies of Clown Crew Bianca Viso. Bianca Viso can be tribute summoned by tributing 1 or 2 monsters. And then, if it's tribute summoned, you can activate 1 or 2 effects. Or you can negate the effects of face-up cards your opponent controls equal to the number of monsters that it's tributed. Or you can draw cards equal to the number of monsters tributed. And then, it also has the effect during your opponent's main phase. As a quick effect, you can immediately after the effect resolves, tribute summon. Which my usual tribute summon of choice is, what was it? I think it was Vanity's Ruler. The 2 tribute that makes so your opponent cannot special summon monsters. That's the one I prefer to tribute summon, but in this deck, it's in the side deck. And that's it for the main deck Clown Crew monsters. Moving on to the True Dracos. I play 2 copies of Majesty Maiden, the True Draco Slayer. The Draco Caster, I mean. Majesty Maiden has the effect of when you tribute summon it, you can... To tribute summon it face up, you can tribute a continuous spell or trap you control instead of a monster. Then once per turn, during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect while you control a tribute summoned monster, then you can add a True Draco or True King monster from your deck to your hand. Next, I play 1 copy of Ignis Heat, the True Draco Warrior. Same summoning condition as Majesty Maiden, you can contribute spell and traps. All the True Dracos have that effect. And then, once per turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect, while you control a tribute summoned monster as a quick effect, you can take 1 True Draco or True King continuous spell from your deck and either activate it or add it to your hand. Next, I play 3 copies of Dynamite Knight, the True Draco Fighter. This card has the effect of when your opponent activates a card or effect while you control this tribute summoned monster, then as a quick effect, you can take 1 True Draco or True King continuous trap from your deck and either activate it or add it to your hand. And next, I play 2 copies of Masterpiece, the True Draco Overlord. Masterpiece has the effect of requires 3 tributes to normal summon this card, cannot normal set. To tribute summon this card face up, you can tribute continuous spells and traps you control as well as monsters. Then you can only use each of the following effects of a Masterpiece of the True Draco Overlord once per turn. When your opponent activates a monster effect in their hand or field, and you control this tribute summoned card as a quick effect, you can get the activation for you to destroy that monster. If this tribute summoned card is destroyed by battle or is destroyed by an opponent's card effect while in its owner's monster zone, You can activate this effect. Skip your opponent's next. Your opponent skips their next main phase. Then next, I play 2 copies of Masterpiece, the True Draco Slaying King. Masterpiece has the effect where has the same summoning condition as the rest of the Draco Slayers, where you can contribute continuous spells and traps. And then Masterpiece also becomes unaffected by the card type, monster, spell, or trap that you tribute to summon this card. So ordinarily you'll tribute a spell and a monster, so that Masterpiece becomes unaffected by spells and monster effects. And then, once per turn, if you control this tribute summon monster as a quick effect, you can banish a continuous spell or trap from your graveyard, target one other card in the field, and destroy it. And then lastly, because I really like this card, I play 1 copy of Metaltron 12, the True Draco Combatant. It requires 3 tributes to normal summon this card. You can use, like I said before, you can use continuous spells and traps for its tribute summon, as well as monsters. Unaffected by the effects of other cards of the same card type, monster, spell, and trap, as the cards that were attributed for its tribute summon. So you tribute a monster, spell, and a trap, and it's just unaffected by everything. And then, if this tribute summon monster in its owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card by battle or card effect, then you can special summon a fusion, synchro, Xyz, or a fusion, synchro, or Xyz monster that has earth, water, fire, or wind from your extra deck. I do not have a monster in the extra deck at the moment that is one of those, but that's just because it's not really. I just wanted in here to be a body that's a 3000 body that's unaffected. Let's see, does it have any other effect, like any kind of conditioning thing? Okay, nope. In full honesty, this is probably going to be taken out of the deck entirely. This is the... I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing, and then eventually I'll take cards out for hand traps. So for now, moving on to spells, I play 2 copies of Clown Crew Matinee Operatics. Matinee Operatics has the effect of during the main phase, you can summon a Clown Crew monster from your extra deck, or from your deck or extra deck, but you cannot activate the effects of monster special summon from the extra deck for that turn. This deck only has 1 card that summons from the extra deck, and it's usually on the opponent's turn when it's activated. Let's see. During the end phase, for each monster card type, Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, Link, Ritual, and Pendulum, that was tributed, you get to draw 1 card, and if any of those cards are a spell or trap, you can set them. Or you can set 1. I believe it just lets you set 1 and not them. You can set 1 spell or trap from your hand. And you can only use each effect of Matinee Operatics once per turn. Next, I play 2 copies of Disciples of the True Draco Phoenix. There we go. This card lets you target 3 True Draco or True King cards in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and then draw 1 card. During your main phase, you can immediately after this effect resolves, tribute summon a True Draco or True King monster face up. If this card's into a spell and trap zone to the graveyard, you can target a spell or trap on the field and destroy it. Next, I play 2 copies of True Draco Heritage. Heritage has the effect of, during the main phase, you can draw cards equal to the number of True Draco and True King card types, monster, spell, or trap, sent from the field to the graveyard this turn. And then during your main phase, you can immediately have this effect resolve, tribute summon a True Draco or True King. And if this card leaves the spell and trap zone to the graveyard, you can target a spell or trap card on the field and destroy it. Next, I play 3 copies of Clown Crew Malabarism. Malabarism will let you summon 2 Clown Crew monsters from your deck or extra deck, ignoring summoning conditions, but until the end of the turn you cannot activate the effects of monster special summon from the deck or extra deck. This deck does nothing but tribute summon. And then, let's see, during your main phase, this card's in the graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, you can banish this card and tribute 1 monster from your hand or field, then target 1 card on the field and return it to the hand. You can only use that effect of Clown Crew Malabarism once per turn. Or, you can only use each effect, my mistake. Next, I play 3 copies of Clown Crew Rehearsal. Don't know why I always think it's Clown Crew Clown Rehearsal. But Rehearsal lets you tribute a monster from your hand or field to then let you add a Clown Crew Biancaviso and a Clown Crew Spell Trap, except another Rehearsal from your deck to your hand. And then you can banish this card from your graveyard to ritual summon a Clown Crew Ritual monster from your hand by attributing monsters from your hand or field whose levels total or exceed that monster's level. At the moment, at least, there's only one. That would be... I already forgot the name. Clown Crew Flare, which is a level 1 monster. And then you'll use each effective Clown Crew Rehearsal once per turn. Next, I play 3 copies of Super Polymerization. As I was building the deck, I had 3 extra spots in the extra deck, so I figured why not play 3 Super Poly targets. The only issue I have with the Super Poly targets I chose is that Mud Dragon has the same fusion requirements as Clown Crew Diabolo, so technically I could play something else over Mud Dragon. I just couldn't find my Starving Venoms because they have multiple. And then lastly, for this, Super Poly lets you discard a card to fusion summon a monster from either side of the field and then neither player can activate cards or effects in response. Lastly, for the spells, I play 3 copies of Dragonic Diagram. Dragonic Diagram gives all your True Draco and True King monsters on the field an additional 300 attack and defense. The first time each tribute summoned True Draco or True King would be destroyed by battle. Each turn, it's not. Then once per turn, you can destroy one other card you control or in your hand, and if you do, add a True Draco or True King card from your deck to your hand. Well, the downside of trying to record while outside. For the traps, I play 1 copy of Clown Crew Soiree Operations. Soiree Operations has the effect where you can activate one of these effects. Let's see, you can activate one of the effects, but you can only use each of these effects once per turn. So if you have 2 copies of Soiree Operations, you can use both in the same turn. But let's see, where was it? Okay, but until the end of the next turn, you cannot activate the effects of monsters summoned from the deck or extra deck. Where you can special summon up to 2 Clown Crew monsters from your deck or extra deck, ignoring summoning conditions, or you can add a Clown Crew monster from your deck to your hand. And then during the main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard to immediately after the effect resolves, tribute summon a Clown Crew monster face up. And you can use each effect of Soiree. And let's see, where was it? Okay, I can only activate each effect of Soiree Operations once per turn. So you have 2 of them, you can use both of those effects, and then you can banish one from the grave to tribute summon. There. Next, I play 1 copy of True King's Return. True King's Return has the effect of this card sent from the spell trap zone to the graveyard. Target a monster on the field, destroy it. You cannot activate the following effects of True King's Return in the same chain, where you can target True King or True Draco in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position. But for the rest of the turn, you cannot special summon. And then during your opponent's main phase, you can immediately after the effect resolves, tribute summon a True Draco or True King monster face up. You can use each effect of True King's Return once per turn. Next, I play 2 copies of Clown Crew New Face. Clown Crew New Face has the effect of during the standby phase, you can shuffle 3 Clown Crew cards from your graveyard or banish back to the deck, and then draw 1 card. If you tribute summon a monster, you can target other spell traps on the field up to the number of monsters that were attributed for its tribute summon and destroy them. If this card is sent to the graveyard, except from the field, then you can place it face up on your field. You can use each effect of Clown Crew New Face once per turn. Most people only play 2, or play 1, but I'm playing 2 because most people deal with the New Face and I want to get it back, so I played 2 New Face since I can't seem to find a way to get New Face back from the graveyard. And then, lastly, for the Clown Crew cards, I play 2 copies of Clown Crew Finale. Clown Crew Finale has the effect, if you control a tribute summoned monster, discard any number of cards, then target that many cards on the field and destroy them. You can banish this card from your graveyard and tribute a Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, Pendulum, or Link monster from your hand or field to add a Clown Crew monster with a different original level, rank, or link rating from your deck or graveyard to your hand. You can use that effect, each effect of Clown Crew Finale once per turn. I like this card because it's able to recycle Biancaviso from your graveyard in case all 3 are in the graveyard. And then lastly, for the traps, I play 2 copies of True Draco Apocalypse. True Draco Apocalypse has the effect, if this card is sent from spell and trap zone to the graveyard, target a monster on the field, destroy it. Excuse me. You can target, so it's not a mandatory target a monster and destroy. But then it has the same effect as Tricking's Return. You can only use each of the following effects once per chain. Where you can... Where is it? You can target one other True Draco or True King monster card you control, destroy it, and if you do, the attack and defense of all face-up monsters your opponent controls become half their current attack and defense, even if this card leaves the field. And during your opponent's main phase, melee structures always tribute summon a True King or True Draco. You can only use each effect of Apocalypse once per turn. And that's it for the main deck. I believe the main deck is currently 43 cards, because I last minute decided to add Super Polys. Moving on to the extra deck. For the extra deck, I play 3 copies of Clown Crew Dristy. Clown Crew Dristy has the effect of... You can tribute summon this... Your tribute summoned monsters can make a second attack during each battle phase. If this card is tributed, you can activate one of the following effects. Return all linked monsters from the field and graveyard back to the extra deck. Or each player with a hand shuffles their entire hand back to the deck and draws the same number of cards. So you either return all links, or both players reload. If you remember that old card. Next, I play 3 copies of Clown Crew Fiends. Clown Crew Fiends has the effect of tribute summon monsters you control gain 1,000 attack. And if this card is tributed, you can activate one of the following effects. Return all XZ monsters. Or you can set a Clown Crew spell from your deck. Next is 3 copies of Clown Crew Meteor. Meteor makes it so that your opponent cannot activate cards or effects when you tribute summon a monster. Meaning if you normal summon Bianca Viso, you have a chain. You make Bianca Viso last while Meteor is in play, and your opponent can't activate cards or effects because Bianca Viso was just tribute summoned. Or you can... And then, if it's tributed, you turn all synchros, or target a Clown Crew card, it's in your graveyard, except another Meteor, add it back to your hand. I'm now seeing the issue with the new face. Like I said, this is just a build to see what I like, what I don't like. I'll make another build that uses hand traps at some point. And then, lastly, for the Clown Crew extra deck cards, I play 3 copies of Clown Crew Diabolo. Clown Crew Diabolo makes so your tribute summon monsters get piercing when they attack a defense position monster. And if it's tributed, you return all fusion monsters, or you can set a Clown Crew trap from your deck. For the Super Poly targets, I'm playing 1 copy of Magistus Chorozo. This card is in here for a branded Super Poly target, as it requires a Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Link monster, and a Spellcaster monster. Fusion and Synchro plus Spellcaster is the only requirement needed for against branded. And then beyond that, it has the effect of once per turn, when a monster declares an attack, you can negate the attack. If you do, this card gains attack equal to that monster's attack till the end of the turn. Or until the end phase of this turn, then you can return that monster to the hand. So there's a negate that gets bigger and then compulses the monster that attacked. Next, I play 1 copy of Mud Dragon. I don't know if I'll keep Mud Dragon in the deck, as I have 4 copies of it in this deck, essentially, as far as fusion materials go. Because it and Diabolo both require 2 monsters with the same attribute but different types. But Mud Dragon has the effect of your opponent cannot target monsters on the field with the same type as it, or attribute as it, and it can change its attribute once per turn. Which what I would do if I summon this is I'll make it light, so my opponent cannot target my light monsters. But if I want it for that, then I'd probably be better off just playing Clown Crew, a Voiceless Clown Crew. Because Voiceless get that with Light Barrier. And in a format where Infinite Impermanence is supposed to be a very good card, I figure why not. But anyway, the final card for the extra deck is 1 copy of Garura. Basically, this is just 3 extra spots for Super Poly targets in the extra deck. Garura requires 2 monsters of the same type and attribute but different names. And then any battle damage inflicts your opponent takes from battles involving it is doubled. And then Garura will make it so if it goes to the graveyard, you get to draw a card. Which I actually like that in this deck, as you can contribute Garura to, as well as another thing, summon Bianca Viso, and you'll get to draw a card off of this, and then you'll also get at least one more draw from Matinee Operatics, and then another one off of Bianca Viso. But that is it for my Clown Crew True Draco deck profile. If you have any ideas what I can do to improve the deck, decks like this to be made in the future, or decks like to see face each other, feel free to comment down in the comments. I always read the comments and try any suggestions, and if you're still here, thanks for watching.